All right, what a night for LSU women's basketball as they win versus Tennessee. It was their 21st straight win of the season. They are 21-0 after last night's 76-68 performance. Alexis Morris with a career high. Angel Reese with another double-double. And as we said in the opening of today's show, couldn't wait to talk to Coach Mulkey about Flau'jae Johnson's performance last night in the defensive assignment that she drew against a first-rounder from Tennessee, holding her to only 11 points. But we will start our conversation here this morning with the Queen after last night and what was an atmosphere and an environment that I think everybody will talk about for a long time. Coach, this is an atmosphere and a game that we've talked about for a minute. Did you anticipate when you showed up that you were going to walk into what you walked into last night? One of the most special environments I think LSU has produced.
You wouldn't believe, Jordy, how proud I was to walk in that environment. The people standing everywhere. There was not a seat to be had. It's been a long time coming. I've been told that by many, many LSU fans throughout the night. I haven't answered all of my text messages. I'm so proud and so happy for the players. But I'm happy for LSU. There are people from all over that state. There are fans that aren't even LSU fans that are sitting in those seats and buying those tickets. And it's just one game. Sure. But that's the kind of atmosphere that you hope all young athletes in college get to play in front of.
And look, Angel Reese's comments in the postgame talking about the atmosphere and what LSU meant to her, I thought was pretty telling as well. Take me to the game last night, Coach. And first off, Alexis Morris goes for her career high. Did you anticipate in the matchup that she was going to have as much success as she had last night?
No, but I sure have been waiting on it. Yeah. And everybody, what's wrong with Alexis? Nothing's wrong with Alexis. She shares the ball. She gives the ball to her teammates. She's running the show out there. But at any moment, Alexis Morris can do what she did last night, and she felt like she needed to do it. And just really, really proud of her. I thought she did a lot of good things for us on the defensive end that nobody even knows about, in the way that we guard Walker, her man, and how we wanted Alexis to crowd the paint area and help a freshman in Flau'jae, who was phenomenal last night on the defensive end and just really accepted the challenge of guarding that first-rounder Horston for them. And Flau'jae doesn't even probably know it today. That could have been her finest moment this year.
I was going to ask you about when did you come to terms that you were going to give her that assignment? And at what point during the game last night did you realize that you had made the right call? Because I agree with you. You can tell she took some strides last night.
Well, we had to make that decision. You know, we had a long week. We had a bye week. And so we've been talking about Tennessee every day for about 5 days. And you have to make those kind of decisions early. And you have to, motivate her. You have to make her understand you're going to get scored on. You're going to have things happen to you, but you cannot let it affect you on the other end of the floor. You come back the next time. And I just thought she grew up a lot last night.
Coach, I love the personality of your team, and I don't think that they deserve these technical fouls that are popping up. I see the way that you work the officials, and look, your team was in a physical match last night. What do you make of what's going on there? Is this something that what's your thoughts on this?
I think taunting is the buzzword in official circles. I think they're very quick to tee you up if you're even close to looking at them wrong. I think Poa was teed up last night for clapping towards the girl and facing her. I would have to sit down and really just talk to an official and say some of the things, or ask, I should say, some of the things I need to ask, because I don't want to ever take passion away from our team. That's who we are. We play with a lot of passion. I mean, they challenge each other, and I love seeing Angel Reese love on Alexis in her own tough love way, and Alexis just go, I got you. And Flau'jae, you have strong personalities on this team, And I won't let them cross the line. I will not let them cross the line. But I want you to go look at some plays in that game. I mean, Angel Reese gets body blocked to keep her off the board one time. I said, that looked like an offensive lineman blocking for a running back.
What about Thursday night? What's the turnaround like on such an emotional game last night? Then you got Georgia coming in on Thursday. How do you reset, refocus?
I spoke to him in the locker room afterwards about that. We're going to enjoy this victory for 24 hours. We're going to be smart how we use our legs and things on the court the next 2 days. We will be in the film room at 1:30 today. I'm not sure how much we will even do on the floor. Mm-hmm. You're going to see what I consider probably the best coach team in the SEC based on the talent that they had. New coach, brought her players with her from Central Florida. She had a dynasty at Central Florida. They they press you the entire game. They'll play you their matchup zone the entire game. And their losses, go look at them. They're close. A 3-point loss, a 4-point loss. I mean, they are tough-minded team, and we've got our hands full. You saw what the press did to us last night. We lost a double-figure lead because we didn't handle it. Well, we're getting ready to see it for the entire game Thursday.
Are you sick? Did you wake up under the weather?
Sounds like I've got a little nasal congestion, but nothing that'll keep me down.
What did you tell Angel Reese at halftime last night? She had 4 points and 4 boards. She ended up with 18 and 17.
I challenged her in a tough love way, and I said, Angel Reese, you hadn't even been in the paint to rebound. I get that we've got you on Rakia Jackson who plays outside, but when a shot is taken, you need to fly in there and get boards. I said, you're the beast. If you want to be who you think you are and people think you are, you got to show up. And I think she did.
Rarely, I believe, that you would ever get caught in any type of moment from the experience that you have in the game, the sidelines that you have stood on, the games that you have played in. Did you take a moment last night and kind of look around and say, this is what I'm doing here? I mean, you have built this program, Coach, into a monster. Being in that arena last night was humbling. I'm telling you, as somebody who has followed that program and to see where it has been just in 16 months under your direction. Do you feel that?
Jordy, I do feel it, but I know people, I just don't like the word
Sure.
I came back here because I felt the administration, I felt the state, I felt just people were hungry to like you said, get that PMAC rocking again. And you don't do this by yourself. Sure. You just don't. And our marketing people and our ticket sales people, I mean, we are working it over there. Now, winning helps for sure. Now, I get the greatest pleasure, and I said this when we won our first championship at Baylor, I get the greatest pleasure watching people just have this unbelievable love and look on their face and excitement. It makes me feel good. And I looked around that arena and just thought, I'm so happy for LSU. I'm so happy for the people in this arena. Certainly, I'm most happy for our program. But it's just something about it. It brings almost tears to your eyes when you see that student section. I didn't see this, but they said they threw powder up in the air before the game to create an atmosphere. They start doing their own chants, and then, of course, the band's got to cover it up because we really don't want everybody to hear that. But that's LSU. That's what they do. And it's fun, and it means a lot to our program, and certainly this is what I had hoped for when we got back here. And there's no way in the world that you would have ever thought, or I would have ever thought, it would have happened this fast.
Officially, 15,157 people last night dressed in all white for the whiteout were there to watch LSU defeat Tennessee 76-68. If you were there, it was awesome. I guarantee you it looked great on television too.
And to think that we really didn't sell any more tickets for 2 or 3 days this week because we said, no, we're going to wait and let the walk-ups have a chance to get in the building too. That's crazy. There was nowhere for people to sit. And I loved it.
21-0, 9-0 in conference play. Their next game is Thursday night with Georgia in town at the Maravich Center for a 7 o'clock tip-off. Coach, great job last night. Best of luck this week. We'll talk soon. Thank you. Get healthy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, ma'am. There's the Queen, Kim Mulkey, checking in after last night's win before Georgia's game coming up on Thursday. That conversation brought to you by RMB Builders, Rhett Bourgeois and his crew over at RMB, doing great work, custom design work. If you're looking to build your dream home, they can help you out. You can also hit them on Instagram if you'd like to shop their work before you decide on where you're going to go. Their Instagram does a great job of kind of showing off the quality of work, what they have going on, the types of projects that they're doing. So make sure and give them a like and share and comment on their Instagram as RMB Builders, proud supporter here of the Culotta Show. Katie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
That was the largest crowd at the PMAC since the seating was reconfigured in 0506.
That's right. That's right.
Wild.
It was nuts, Katie.
I mean, that was wild.
What was your point of view? Where were you sitting? How was it?
We didn't finish basketball practice until 6, so we were late. And then I drove around for 20 minutes trying to park, and we were like, okay, there's something else going on campus tonight because there's no way that this is just for the women's basketball.